Good morning and happy Monday, everybody. That bell is about to ring here in just a couple of minutes. Got our watch list going here. We'll update here when the market opens. Hopefully we get a nice bell from Thinkorswim, unless it wants to make me restart again. We'll see. Appreciate you all joining up, though, today. Let's go. Logan, Whiskey, Sean, Tim, Outlaw, Mason. What is up? Whiskey said 1 minute out. What's up, Christian? We got the whiskey lit today. Oh, man, there we go. Market opened. Getting some movement out of the SPY so far. Back to the downside. What's up, Stuart and Meat Sack? The Meat Sack. Gotta love it. Oh, yeah, you gotta love Thinkorswim, too. Aren't they great? Thanks a lot, Schwab. Got SPY here selling down. We're sitting around that 530 mark right now with SPY. Looking at last week, the high was up around 531.52. That's what I'm seeing on Thinkorswim. I have big resistances right around 531. I would say like 530.80 to 531, and then like 520, like 530 resistance here, 528.50 support, and 528. So those are the big levels. I would say mainly watching to the downside here around 528 to 528.50. That's going to be a pretty major spot. I also see 529.30, 529.40. Multiple bounces right there the past couple days as well. So if you are looking for levels, those are what I'm looking at on the SPY today. We'll obviously talk about them as it gets a little bit closer. But so far, so good. You know, the market's up. It's not up a ton, but we are up in the green from Friday. Friday was a bit of a rough day for the market. Dipped down, came back towards close. Hopefully we can see it have some better movement here. Let's switch over to some of the chip stocks. Nvidia coming back alive. That was a good move, 1.54%. Looking at Apple, they're starting to run a little bit too. AMD's not too bad. They popped over 165, which was pretty good resistance. They're opening well above there and starting to push higher today. That's not bad. Not bad at all. AMD. Hey, what's up, Demure? Kevin, Dennis, what's up, guys? Have you guys seen the crazy stocks this morning? Has anyone looked at AMC or GME or anything like that? They're not doing anything too crazy right now, but figured I'd mention them. Always worth a good mention there. Don't like to see that with GME or AMC, though, although I don't really care because I don't really trade those anyways. I'm sure a lot of people out there don't really trade them. You know what's leading the watch list today is CCL. And speaking of the chip stocks, SMCI is also on fire, 3.2%. That's a good sign. But CCL's really up, 3.4%. That's great. I don't know what's going on with Snapchat. They are also running. Whiskey said AMC is going up. What? Is it really? I guess a little bit. I was going to say, I swear to God, I just looked at it. There's like nothing there. Trying to pull up the Thinkorswim. Gotta love all their dumbass updates, don't you? I don't know how many times I have to close and reopen it over the weekend. Seriously. It's so annoying. I want to believe meme stocks have subsided for now. I would say so too, Demir. Overall, I think the meme stocks have subsided. How'd you like the big money play from Friday? I thought that was an interesting one. I like Penn Gaming. You know, I like betting overall. So I thought them getting like ESPN bet going would be pretty good. I do think that as time goes, ESPN bet will start to seem a lot better and better and better. Demir's up almost 25% on BHP from last week. Yeah, that's a quick one, isn't it? Damn, BHP just gapped up like that today? Whoa. I didn't realize that they were gapping. Oh, no, that was... Hold up. I keep looking at the wrong BHP. The stupid ass, they put on here the Australian Securities Exchange. That BHP is the top one, which is very annoying. But nonetheless, it tried to run this morning on our markets. I don't know why TradingView does that with some stuff. I guess it just goes like with what's the most popular. Like, yeah, like it says that that's their primary exchange. Yeah, I guess. I guess it is. Let's see the volume from last week. I'm curious. It had 3.5 million volume on the US exchange. What about the Australian exchange? It had 8 million. So, okay. I guess I'll give it to it there. BHP 62.5 calls, been doing really good. Yeah, Demir, I would say scaling out is a pretty smart way to look here. You know, it never hurts to start to scale out at least a little bit. You know, that way you're playing with the house money. If you do scale out a little bit, it'll let you be able to hold longer. You know, you should be able to hold a little bit more risk-free. For example, like let's say you take 33% of your profits or 33% of your position away and you take profits at like 20%. That means you can generally like have a little bit wider of a stop loss because you already locked in. You know, after that, you can have a little bit more flexibility, we'll say. I think I would keep holding short term personally. Looking really good though. I would look to scale soon though. I wouldn't dump the whole thing. I have 5 contracts, okay. Yeah, so like I would look at maybe selling 2 soon and then holding 3 for a while. Not for too long though. What's up, Purpose? Appreciate you. 2 James. Hope you're having a good morning. That's a fun play, isn't it? BHP. A lot of these big money plays have been pretty wild. Let me go through a couple of them here. We got BHP. We got PSTG. PSTG is pretty interesting too, guys. It's one of the crazier ones. I mean, they definitely entered this one at the top, but you go to the daily, it looks pretty damn strong. If you're looking for a strong daily, like, breakout setup, this type of price action is exactly what you want. A lot of times following these couple consolidation days like this, we'll get, like, pretty good breakouts. Would love to see that. Pretty rare that you see stocks at this type of the, in this type of a setup. You know, it's pretty rare that they start running in that type of way. And here's what I'll show you. This is kind of what I'm looking for here in the short term. Just like this. Like when it started popping off back in June of 23. So last year. Started popping off like this. And look at how it popped and then consolidated for a few days before running higher. That's what I'm looking for here with PSTG. I know a lot of people might think it's overextended right now. And it might be, but a lot of times these bullish, whenever it gets this bullish, it starts to pretty good momentum. So love the way that's looking so far here. PayPal support. Let's see. PayPal has a lot of supports coming up. That's for sure. They've been stuck. More majorly, the next support is right around 63 to 64. 63.50 actually. 63, 63.50, little 50-cent range, but there's been a lot of bounces on the chart within there. You can go to an hourly and you'll see it a little bit better. Let's see. There we go. Now that we're on the hourly. All these chops down here at the bottom. Let me turn the volume off. Maybe it'll look a little easier. A lot of touches down there, though, that's for sure. Seems like it's having a lot of trouble getting going off of the support, but Xbox said, Goog. Let's go Goog it. Hey, let's go Goog. Beautiful run. 0.95%. Moving very well to the upside, up towards 179. Very nice, Goog. Going to the daily chart with Google is one of the craziest things I've seen in a while. Pretty insane price action here. I love some of these bigger stocks when they move up. They they have some pretty crazy moves with the gap ups and insane ways that they staircase forward. SMCI, let's go. They're not looking too bad on the daily. Coming up off support a little bit. I like that 890, 880 area. It's good to see him bounce right here. If they start to fill... I'm not going to say fill the gap. But let's just say they start to fill that void back up. It'll start to look pretty good. Like 955, 960 is a target. Not too bad. It'd be hard with SMCI, though. It's a pretty expensive one. I know for a lot of people out there, if they were to buy this up here and then, like, let's say held to support, it could be a pretty rough trade. CCJ, let's go, DJ. Beautiful uranium stocks, 2.5% on CCJ. Starting to break above resistance. You can see that resistance pretty clear as day from the past couple weeks. Pretty clear as day. Good breakout, CCJ. This one might have some good opportunities here today and this week with this breakout coming in. How high is it going to go? That's the main question, but in the short term, the volatility is definitely there. And I'm not going to sit here and say, like, the implied volatility is there, but we're getting good, like, volatile moves to the upside, which is a good thing to see. Definitely not bad. Ha, Demir said they're turning off my water again. Uh-oh. Man, you're going to have to go live at McDonald's for a couple weeks till they get your water situated. Baba may run. Hey, Baba. That's looking great again. Yeah, 0.43%. Let's see, JD and Baidu. Looking good as well. I figured they would be. Baidu's trying to come up, actually, after dipping this morning, but the comeback looks pretty real here. Baba looks great, though, guys. That's awesome. 0.58%. There is resistance here around 89.20. That's pretty big. Another one around 89.70. That's pretty awesome, though. How's GDX and gold? Ah, not the best today. But it's okay. They're actually not bad. It's just not explosive. I did something weird last night for the first time ever. And I will say it's pretty weird, but I think you guys would think it's pretty good. I ate a Big Mac with a fork and a knife for the first time ever because I got so sick of that crap getting all over me. I was like, you know, I'm going to eat it with a fork and a knife. Why not? Speaking of that, how's McDonald's? They're kind of falling down. They were doing great a little while ago and had that good move with earnings, and I thought they'd start to finally get up and out of this little range that they've been in, but they failed to. Have I tried the new chicken sandwich? What is that? Is that the, like the special McCrispy or? I saw Mike just posted in Discord about Hims with the new weight loss drug. I was actually eyeing that up this morning in pre-market. It was all over CNBC's homepage earlier this morning. I also don't know if you guys saw this, but Iran's president is dead. Isn't that pretty insane? Apparently there was a helicopter crash. That's pretty insane to say. That's pretty wild. That is pretty wild. I was thinking maybe oil would start to go nuts this morning, but it didn't really do too much last night into this morning. It went up a little bit last night, actually. You know, like when it opened, when the futures opened, they did pretty well, but ended up falling back off. Spicy McCrispy. It's honestly really good, CLPZ said. Yeah, don't they have like it's like a special one, isn't it? It's not just like spicy. Isn't there like something about it? I always see it and I'm like, I want to try. Or did they like take it away? Oh no, the Bacon Cajun Ranch McCrispy is the one I'm thinking of. Bacon Cajun Ranch. That one sounds pretty good. Ah, yeah, Mason's got it. Maybe he worked for Boeing? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Whiskey said that crash wasn't an accident. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not going to go too far down the rabbit hole with it. But that's what's being reported, nonetheless. Whether you want to believe them or not. I had Denny's last night. Hey, Denny's isn't too bad. I haven't had that in a long time. Man, poor Palantir. What happened there? What about DraftKings? Ah, not the best move. Zoom slowly falling back too. Zoom tried to get up. Don't forget, guys, tonight we're going to have Zoom's earnings coming out. That's going to be a big report. Zoom's earnings tonight. If you're holding a lot of short-term stuff on Zoom, you might want to de-risk a little bit. You know, it's up quite a bit in the short term. Don't feel bad to, you know, lock in some gains. If this thing ends up falling, that'll be pretty rough, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know, it's a pretty whack stock. They've had a lot of trouble getting going, but hopefully this is finally their time. And I definitely wouldn't be holding through it, that's for sure. Sean, isn't that a hilarious episode of Seinfeld? That's one of the funniest ones. Demir said just a typical burger with fries. Oh, yeah, I forgot that Denny's does burgers now, don't they? Thoughts on Palo Alto? That's P-A-N-W, right? Yeah. P-A-N-W. Palo Alto. Don't forget, Nancy Pelosi bought this one at the top. I think she might have even averaged in on it, but we'll see how it does. PANW, pretty interesting stock. If they have good earnings and start to fill that gap, I'm going to be pretty shooken up. I don't want to guess on the earnings, though. I don't really know too much about them. PANW. It'd be very interesting, though, with Nancy holding it to see it really run back like that. Let's check in on the cruise lines and the airlines here. I always accidentally click the 3-minute chart. Yeah, 6% NCLH. Starting to come back pretty well. It'd be sick to see it run back. CCL was on fire this morning too. They actually continued with a good breakout there. Let's see, RCL as well. Wow, RCL really kept up. 4.75%. A lot of these cruise lines doing well. Hopefully NCLH can turn it around there. Hey, if you guys are enjoying yourselves this Monday morning, make sure you smash that like button. Let's go. Got the rookie numbers going on out here. Let's go check in here on oil again. CL, I'm curious how ZOM and Oxy are doing. ZOM, Oxy. Gonna be pulling up the SM bot here in just a moment. I'm really curious how Tessie is doing as well. They were right at that big 180 resistance. That's too bad that they had to continue to reject there. Looking at the daily chart, they are still looking pretty brutal, aren't they? I've been eyeing up this dip on Tesla. If it starts to break back above 180, that would be a good sign short term for a scalp. It really failed to this morning, though. Ha, 2 James says Nancy's one of the reasons I bought it. Good old Nancy. You know, Nancy Pelosi is not my favorite out there, but I'll say this, it's she's like a legend out there at this point. Honestly. You know, you don't gotta love her, but man, she kind of is like a legend in the Congress. Remember, kids, heroes get remembered, but legends never die. 454.50 on the QQQ, getting very close now to the all-time high. Might have a good breakout here. That'd be pretty sick. SPY as well, getting pretty close. Gosh, we're going to be hitting new all-time highs here again, aren't we? Oh yeah, Mason knows the movie. That's the Bambino. What is that, Demir? What's interesting? Whiskey goes, she's a legend at insider trading. Yeah. I'm not saying she's a legend at trading, just a legend in Congress, I would say. Very popular name. You'll hear that name for a long time, I would think. My dad has a friend who does our taxes. He was talking about a client he was working on who happens to be a day trader. Hey, that's cool, Demir. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with taxes and stuff. Mason's gonna try to marry a Pelosi. Oh, crap. Be careful, Mason. You know, I don't want to see you found in like a, you know, found somewhere with an accident that happened, you know? Tom, how long do you hold the BMP? It all depends. It really just depends on the big money play specifically, what we're looking at, what the expiration is, everything like that. If you give me a specific one, I'll try to talk about it with you. But it all depends. Normally quite a bit. It's usually more than just a couple days. So keep that in mind. Sean goes, that's one of the best get-rich-quick ideas I've ever heard. Or get-rich ideas. Yeah, it might not be quick, but that's pretty cool. You could do it, Mason. I know you could pull one. You could pull one. This is just insane, some of this price action today. Microsoft, Apple, the overall market, it's insane. Goog, another one. This continues to run. These big tech stocks are just killing it out there. Who's getting into some of this momentum? See the airlines, AAL, DAL, they're actually not doing the best today. Not much better than the other stocks. Looking at the watch list on the left side, to the downside, we have LI and Plug, DJT, Enphase. Uh-oh. Tesla's down 1.6%, of course, as they've been rejecting. DraftKings towards the bottom. Towards the top, though, we got CCJ, NVIDIA, MU, Micron. I saw, didn't Micron maybe have some news today? Thought maybe I saw some news with them. Maybe I'm wrong. I see Morgan Stanley upgraded them, which is nice. Let's see. MU. Yeah, Morgan Stanley did upgrade him, but that's about it. Let me grab a drink of water real fast. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Just grabbing one here. Don't want the bottle crinkling to get your guys' ears. The day trader. Let's see. This transaction fee for day trading is $65 million. And he lost $26,000 in the process. God damn, Demir. That's pretty insane. That is nuts there. How's Jaeger this morning, Demir? Whiskey said, have you ever noticed that when the market is up, Tesla is down? Yes, it has been inversing the market a bit lately. If you actually look at our correlation tracker right there, it's at negative 0.68. That's not very good. That's not good at all. And this goes back over the past year and checks the correlation. You could see, like, for example, where Tesla's is negative 0.68. You could switch over to something like Apple, which isn't the best either. It's negative 0.07. Microsoft, for example, is going to be way more correlated at 0.94 with the strong positive correlation. Same thing with Goog, 0.8. Amazon's is probably pretty good. Yep, 0.97. It has been a little weird to see Apple and Tesla's straying away a little more, where Tesla's has been pretty rough, but those two stocks have been taking a little bit of a hit in the short term, you know, and with Tesla not having the best news in the short term, that's definitely going to play a role on that stock. You know, they're just not meeting sales numbers. They're not delivering the amount of cars that they thought. The margins haven't been good, although they're getting better, as we saw from the last report, but still not the best overall to see. How's my daughter? She's actually good. Yeah, we had a bit of an issue. She has this really bad skin condition going on, and you know, everyone thought that it was like eczema or like dry skin or something, but I don't know. We're starting to think it's a little bit more serious than that. It gets pretty rough sometimes. And it's like all over. I don't know. We had to go have some tests done though. Tried to get them done on Friday before Monday here. That way we could have a nice clean week. But we'll see what they end up saying. It's pretty rough though. Like she gets these rash, this like rash looking thing all over, and sometimes they start like cracking open, and it's kind of, you know, not the best sight, we'll just say. Demir said, let me guess, leprosy? Leoprosy? Leprosy. Isn't that like something way worse? Oh, wow. It does say it can affect the skin. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't think it's that from what I'm seeing by the pictures, but that would be a freaky one if it was. It looks more like, it looks, I would say, just like dry skin almost, but a few of the Mag 7 have broke the correlation lately. It's been pretty nuts, hasn't it? That is a pretty weird thing to say, that it broke correlation like that. Hey, what's up, Adventure? Appreciate you. Carlos said, my son has been having eczema for a month. Yeah, like, it could be, you know, it could be a really bad case of eczema. It could be, but they're kind of worried with how bad it is. So we'll see. That's what they think it is, but we'll find out. Boeing looking good. Starting to uptick a little more. They should call us today, hopefully. Unless they did some crap where, like, they took the sample and they're not even going to test it till today, but Carlos says, lack of sleep, loss of profits, man. Is he staying awake a lot from it, Carlo? Yeah, I'm trying not to, Demir. I'm definitely trying to chill it out a little bit. I'll definitely forget about it when I go play Mason at golf this Friday, though. That's going to be a fun one, guys. That is going to be a fun one. Tom versus Mason for 500 bucks on day one. It won't be bad, though. I shot a 97 this weekend, so definitely not very good for Tom right off the bat. Don't worry, Demir. Tom's ass is already kicked. That's not going to be good for me. I can't believe I shot a 97 after posting one of my best rounds ever. Shot a 78 at some point last week, and boy, coming in with 97 then, that's beautiful, isn't it? Perfect. Yeah, Sean, we were definitely going to... I was going to try to get something going for sure. For sure, for sure. We're going to have to get like a tripod for the iPhone. Sean, we're going to have to try to figure out how to do TrackMan or something with like the ball. You know, tracking the ball or whatever they do. That'd be kind of sick. Not like TrackMan, but whatever it is that like gives you the line behind the ball. That's what I would like on the video. That'd be cool. And I don't want to draw it though, because it's never right. We don't want to be recording it though in the middle of the round though, Sean, because we don't want to get him messed up now, but maybe after the first round, we'll do it at practice. We'll do that. Hit the range for a minute. If these places even have a range, I don't know. Nice. RCL 4.3% leading the way. Still been dipping though over the past few minutes. Square has been having a pretty good morning towards the top end of the watch list. They've been coming up pretty well off this recent dip as well, which is nice. So I'm looking at Square. It's actually a really good bounce off that recent support, holding the base very, very well. I would say in the short term, Square is one of my favorite candidates for a swing trade up. You could try to front run it here. I think you'd be totally fine if you just went out a few months, you know, front run some calls. But if you want to be more technical, you could like wait for a break above 74 in the short term. That could be a big one. You know what's better than 24? 25.
All right, all right, all right.
Oh yeah, Matthew knows it. It's a pretty good move, though. Overall, like when you go to the QQQ daily, this little breakout that's been going on is pretty awesome. Yeah, we did have a couple days of consolidation there, but I actually love those types of patterns on the daily. Love those consolidation days because, you know, you can generally buy the dip on those pretty well if it is a true consolidation like we saw. And love the way it's coming back now for another breakout. Like whenever you see a daily and you just see like a nice stair step, like what we saw Friday here, it's almost perfect whenever you're looking at price action. It's just so perfect. I'm sure Mason owns some rifles. The only guns I own are the ones attached to me, Demure. Mason's probably not allowed to buy guns. No, I'm kidding. He's on the no buying list. I'm just kidding. Micron breaking high of day today and Friday. Breaking high of today and Friday. Let's see. Yeah, it really is. Man, breaking Friday's high. That's weird. Let's see the daily. Ah, running up short term. Looking at like 130.50. Yeah, something like that. Not too bad. Thursday's high. I see. Still, though, looking at the daily, that's pretty crazy with MU, how close they're getting to that resistance up there. They're literally like about to break it. I think they just broke it, actually. Yeah, they did. I think they just made a new official all-time high right here on MU. So congratulations, MU, on your new all-time high. I hope you enjoy it. It's pretty nuts to say, though. Let me go back to the early 2000s just to triple check. Yep, it is a new all-time high. Look at Micron stock. This is pretty wild. They ran up during the dot-com bubble, hit 96, and then came all the way down to $2 before running up now after 10 to 15, 20 years up to 130. That's pretty nuts. That is nuts, guys. That really worries me for some of these stocks like Nvidia, I'll tell you. That really worries me, seeing some of these charts like that. Even Intel is another one. If you go to the weekly and you go back to the 2000s, Intel's nuts. It hasn't even broken the high. And I mean, it came up decently well off the lows, but it didn't even break the high. And since 2010 on those lows, it's up 450%. From the lows of 2002 to 2010. So it's been up quite a bit, but that is just very crazy to see. It's one of those things where people need to think about that a little bit more right now, because, you know, everyone says that we're in the AI bubble, the AI bubble, the AI bubble. What happens whenever the AI bubble bursts like the dot-com bubble did, you know? What happens then, right? You don't want to be in too high. No, I didn't know that. Well, maybe I did, Demir. An MRI. What was that on? I don't think I knew that. Maybe if you tell me what it was on, I'll remember, but I've been dealing with too much hospital crap lately between the baby. My girlfriend's dad has been in the hospital lately, too. That's been a tough one. He had heart surgery. It went bad. And he's been really weak, needing help with everything. And, you know, he's doing better. But, you know, just a lot of time consumption there. There's something new every other week with that situation. Looking at 33, 32.25, 32.30. Pretty solid resistance here on Intel. This is pretty awesome, though, guys. Like, look at this. It had a double top here last week. It's testing it again right now. We're seeing overall the market's not bad. So if we start to see better movement, we could see a decent opportunity for a pop. No, he did go home, Mason. But now that he's at home, you know, he like has having trouble with stuff, you know. Next resistance 89.89. Baba. It tried to get back up towards that high of day. Looks like a little lower highs coming in as of now. Not the best sign, but that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Overall, it's been moving up pretty well, especially considering how it gapped down. So you see a better comeback coming in. Pretty good movement, Baba, though. Look at that green candle coming back alive. That's a good 1 minute to see. That's a really good one. Switch over to Goog. Starting to slow up a little bit up here at the top. It's been a good morning. Been a great morning for Goog and a couple of these bigger stocks like Microsoft and etc. Microsoft starting to pull back slightly, but still up 1%, so not bad. I'm going to pull up the SM bot this morning. Let's do it. KTOS, BMP is nice. Let's see, KTOS. I know you guys love KTOS. It's been one of the better big money plays, and again, doing good this morning, up 0.69%. Mason's favorite number there. Moving very, very well. 21.18. Look at this one on the daily. It's just, it's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. The problem I saw with this one is it chopped around for a while before finally running. I know a few people ended up getting out before the run, but man, overall, if you were really watching support and just letting support work out, it was great. It was great. Great job, though, KTOS. Love to see it. Apple still moving well this morning. They're continuing with the breakout. They broke 191, looking good. We have a big pile of mulch in our driveway. We've been working on it over the past few weeks, few days. Or not few weeks, few days. Trying to get that all done. I'll be out there at some point today. Probably later on this afternoon, of course. That'll be great. All right, NCLH. Coming back alive. Look at the 1 minute. There we go. All right, NCLH. Let's go for a run. Let's go for a true break here. No bullshit. Tilray bouncing around 1.93. Not bad for support. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Mason. It's pretty crazy. Oh, wow. Demir might have a possible heart condition. Man, Demir. Prayers go out to you, man. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. That's what started the whole thing with my girlfriend's dad, too. QQQ getting back towards its high of day. 454.60. Come on, let's get a good breakout coming in. No consolidation here. Goog, Microsoft. Yeah, probably going to consolidate, though. Fortunately. Zom's right back into resistance. I'm considering selling FXI, SLV, and Intel. Do you think I'm too early? Yeah, Nick said. Let me check on Intel's real quick. Yeah, I think you're a little quick. Like, I could see Intel doing a little bit better in the short term, but... Demir goes, I'm in my 20s getting MRI scans. I'm old. I feel you there. Let's see Intel, though. Yeah, I would wait on Intel. I think there's still a little bit of room here up. I think we could break 3230 in the short term, get a little higher. Doesn't have to be much more, though. You know, maybe something like $33, 32, like 70 something would be nice. But I really like this gap on the daily here. I think it'll fill that gap soon. FXI, I would consider selling that one. I think selling FXI is a really smart idea. I know a lot of people out there probably would say that they want to hold FXI. And I get you, I want to hold it too. But it depends which one you're in, I guess. But overall, taking some profits on FXI is not a bad idea. Like, for example, with how high FXI ran here in the short term, I would not be surprised at all to see it have a short-term downtrend back to like 26. Would not be surprised one bit if that happened here. Right back down into the range. I would bet it chops around a little bit more. Within this range. It might still get higher. Like, if it gets to 33 without chopping, that would be awesome. But once it starts to pull back, I think it can pull back pretty hard. Hopefully in the short term, though, we see it just continue. Get a good $30 breakout. Get up to like 33 for some good movement. That'd be nice. Demir said my first MRI was, or 2 James said was 14. Yeah, I actually had to get a MRI when I was like 16 years old. I've had a few, actually. I had one when I was like 13. Because my elbow, something... Man, I played too much baseball, guys. I played too much baseball out there. We'll just say that I've had a couple MRIs on my elbow. And it was very annoying because they made me like lay in the tube a weird way. And when I laid this weird way, I swear to God, it was so annoying. It was like 30, 40 minutes of that with like the banging and all that crap going on. Terrible. Actually, really had me pissed off. I almost had to call it. I was almost going to tell them to stop it, but then they said I would have had to redo it. And I was like, yeah, maybe I don't want to stop it. WDC resistance. Let's see. Yeah, 2 James said football. Man, yeah. It's terrible. WDC, Western Digital. Pretty interesting stock here. One that people don't usually bring up, but I'm glad you did. It's a pretty good chip stock. It hasn't been moving the best, but I would say it's been pretty consistent. The cool thing about this stock is, the really cool thing, if you buy this stock at like $35 or less, I mean, you've been almost guaranteed to catch like a almost 100% runner. You could have caught like 1, 2, 3, 4 different 100% runners pretty much on the stock. That's pretty wild to say. That is wild. Demir says I have a mild case of scoliosis. Ooh, I've had that before. I probably have that now, and I don't even realize it. Thanks for the analysis. Those BMPs were fire. Hell yeah. Love to hear that. I still like the Intel one, like, a lot. I could have sworn this one had more time to it, though. But short term, it would be badass to see a solid break right here. You can see when I zoom in on the 5-minute chart, this is a really solid resistance here. Be perfect for a breakout. Demir goes, what the hell am I going to eat for breakfast? I might fry up some bacon after this. I'm totally not sure yet, but we'll see. You should go get some bacon. That's all I eat for breakfast. It's my favorite. Bacon and then biscuits and gravy. I can't believe that there's people out there that don't know what biscuits and gravy is. I really can't believe it. Yeah, that sucked, Mason. I burned like half of the bacon that time. It was stupid. But it made me feel awesome because I was able to eat all that I made, which was good. So I felt like I ate a lot. Tom, what's the resistance for SPY? Ticker symbol SPY. Good movement there. 531.20. Short term. Wow. I was actually looking at 530.80. And we saw a pretty clear break of that here. It's holding up well. I could see a breakout above like 531.35, 531.40. Looking for a break there. Not too bad, SPY. Not too bad. Is it flavored? best oatmeal I've had, man. Rolled oats. Steel rolled oats, I think they called it, right? What's different about that compared to normal? I'll be real with you guys. I don't know. I just can't get myself to eat the oatmeal. There's just something about it that, like, the only people I knew who ate oatmeal were my grandparents when they were like 85 and 90. So I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do the oatmeal. I'm not saying it's terrible though. I used to eat like some maple brown sugar one that I actually thought was pretty good. But I don't know, only 160 calories per bag. Like, I'll be real with you. Tom needs more calories than that, man. 4 grams of protein? Ew. That's it? I'd rather eat a Slim Jim for breakfast. QQQ, right at resistance. Gonna make a new all-time high here. Let's see it. Spy might just do it as well. That's pretty cool. How's Goog? Ah, right whenever everything starts turning over, huh? At least Apple still looks good. It's like saying you can't eat grits. I don't know if I could eat grits, Demir. Trust me, I love myself some Southern food. Grits is one thing that I don't know if I could get behind. I'll have to try it again. I haven't tried it since I was like 14 years old or something, but I don't think that they make grits up here in St. Louis the right way. You know, Demir, I'm gonna blame it on St. Louis grits. I'm gonna blame it on people here not knowing how to make it. I think that's why. Let's go look at Boeing falling back off. You better watch out. You better not say anything bad about Boeing in the chat. You might just end up, I don't know, like some of those whistleblowers. Some mysterious stuff going around. I can't hardly do breakfast at all. Oatmeal's the only thing that sounds good. Hey, that's good at least, Sean, you know? As long as you're getting it in, that's a good plus. That's a lot better than me half the time, so. Ha, Mason says Cheerios. I could get down with some Cheerios. You can't beat the CTC, though. I used to really like Frosted Flakes a lot as well. You know what they say, they're great. I couldn't do it the funny way. It was too cringe. Shit, I just bit my tongue. Ah, I feel you, Mason. Too much sugar, I see. Yeah, there is quite a bit. There is quite a bit. And hey, Cheerios are still good. Fruity Pebbles. I can't even, I don't ever eat those ones. When you know, growing up as a kid, I never even ate those. Really. I used to really like those Reese's Puffs things. Like whatever the Reese's cereal is. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm sad that the Tilray and the CGC aren't getting any good movement this week. That kind of blows. Keep watching out for headlines with the Fed speakers today. A lot of Fed speakers. Today and tomorrow we have Bostic, Barr, Waller, Jefferson, and Bostic again tonight. Tomorrow we got Barkin, Waller, Williams, Bostic, Barr, Bostic, Collins, Messer. Like, holy crap. Talk about the lineup. I bet you're going to hear something about it. Reese's Puffs, yeah. Oh, so steel cut rolled oats has way less sugar than Quaker oats. I see. Great, Sean. That means I'll probably hate it. That's awesome. That means I'll probably hate it. You're talking to the guy that ate his Big Mac last night with a fork and a knife. Let's watch that scene. That's funny.
What the hell are you doing? I am eating my dessert. How do you eat it? With your hands?
You know, maybe George has something here about PBS.
Oh, it's been a minute since I saw that. That was funny the way he said it. I've been loving some Seinfeld lately. I've been getting back into it. Such a good show. Wheaties were a leap back in the day, Nolan said. Yeah. My dad used to always talk about seeing Bruce Jenner on the Wheaties box. He told me he doesn't know if he wants Wheaties anymore now or not. He said it might be for some people, but he just doesn't know about if it's for him or not. The Wheaties. They're pretty good. You know, do people add like protein and sugar to their Wheaties? Isn't that what people do? I might not know that one, Demir. I don't know if I remember that one. I've been getting back into it. I used to watch it when I was like 13 to 15 years old, and I don't really remember too much. Just like the iconic stuff, like the no soup for you, and the cutting with the fork, and what are some other funny ones? Like, isn't there one where like they all wear like Jerry's clothes or something? Or they have a shirt? I think in one of them they have like a shirt. You know, Sean, I kind of did for a minute, yeah. I might have to try it again today with it. It was actually a leftover one. It was a leftover Big Mac, so it was a little bit weird, but yeah, Kevin, that's right. He was, I guess. My dad said he was, but I didn't know. How does that work? Like, would you... Huh. Since he was Bruce when he was on the box, and now he's Caitlyn. Or now she's Caitlyn. Now I'm confused. Damn it. I don't even want to ask the question now, because I'm confusing myself. I'm like, what, like, which do you, like, how do you, which, I'm confused. I'm literally, I don't know what to say. I'm getting off of this topic quick. Back to the market. QQQ's in a bit of a channel here. It'd be cool to see a nice breakout above the channel, 454.60. And I'm not trying to be a mean guy. I literally, I can't, my mind is like really broken on the whole thing. I don't know. Should you say Bruce since it was Bruce when they were on the box? Or, like, would you say Caitlyn to, like, respect that now, even though it was Bruce then? I don't get it. But either way, pretty astounding athlete back in the day. Pretty awesome athlete. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. We got Citigroup. We got Bank of America. The banks. Looking here, 39.45. Not bad. Little intraday resistance on BAC. Might actually start popping off here soon. That'd be nice. Sean said, I've cut many Big Macs in half. Tom probably eats his soup with a fork. That's the way to go, Mason. If you don't eat your soup with a fork. You know, somebody commented on one of the YouTube videos last week, and they said, I bet Tom's the type of guy that opens chips with scissors. And I was like dying laughing. And the funny part is that I actually went and opened a little bag of chips with scissors right after that, just to try it. And I will say I don't recommend doing the scissors. There's something about it that I don't like. It looks like a good setup going upwards more. BAC. I do like the setup on this one quite a bit. That's why I'm sitting on it. I do love the way it's holding that support around like 39.25. That's a big area. I want to see a good, nice extension up and out of there. Whoa, you can collect those boxes now? That's pretty nuts. Wow. Talking about Boot Barn. The hell is that? What is that? Did I miss something? Oh, Costco. I see. I was like, what? Costco's not too bad right here. You know, the daily looks pretty good. The way that it's setting up right now, I could see it continuing to staircase up. It looks kind of like it looked, you know, on these type of breakouts here, Demir. Like when it was here, and like here, like here. Like, I actually think the setup looks pretty damn good. Not bad at all. What's the resistance for Moderna? mRNA. Wow, they're having a pretty good day too. 3.96%. That's not bad at all. Look at the hourly chart. What a good breakout. There is slight resistance here around 138.30, and then 140 is pretty major resistance coming up. Damn. That's pretty insane there. That's good though. A good plus. The Cardinals aren't playing today. Now I'm sad. They're playing Tuesday against the Orioles. That's great. We're going to get our asses kicked. George Steinbrenner is my favorite Seinfeld character. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Steinbrenner. That was pretty cool that he actually went on there, though. Oh, you mean there is an actual ticker symbol? Okay. I almost thought you were calling Costco a boot barn. I see now. BB. Yeah, I don't know too much about this one. The setup, it's not my favorite today. The daily's not bad. It's not... I don't like it as much as Costco, though, on the setup, if I'm being real. How's HIMS? Hims. That one's been wild. Looking at the 1 minute, not bad. Hit $20, but is consolidating. Xbox has the joke with the boots. Shawn Michaels. Oh, that guy. The Heartbreak Kid. Give him some sweet chin music, Xbox. Let's go. Wix did very well today, Steven said. Wix. Wix.com, huh? That's an interesting stock. Very good, though. 21. Why are they up so much? Wix. Gotta look at this. Wix. Wix, Wix, Wix. Twix? Let's have some Twix. Wow, what a move though. 21.45%. Oh, they had earnings today. Oh, okay. Nice. It was on the calendar too. I didn't know they had earnings. I see. There it is. What a move. The boot barn. Man, Boeing's been recovering pretty well today. Looking at the daily, they've been actually coming up really well off those recent lows, haven't they? That base ended up holding up real well. They need to be investigated into this crap. Yeah, Zoom tonight. Zoom tonight. We talked about this a bit at the beginning of the stream, but Zoom is reporting earnings tonight. If you're holding too many options on Zoom, feel free to de-risk. You know, you don't want to be holding too much through earnings. If you're still holding the play that I got into, remember I took half profits last week at 20%. So it puts us a little bit more in the driver's seat. Essentially, this stock could fall 40%, or the options could go down like 40%. We'd be, you know, still within our risk profile, so that's good. I'm still thinking about Scotty Scheffler getting in trouble last week. I thought that was funny. Can't say the same for their employees. I feel that. The violin in this song goes hard. The shrinkage joke. I remember that one, Xbox. I do remember that one. That one was funny. I'm about memed out on Scheffler, though. Yeah, they really did go crazy there for a couple days. Good thing I don't look at the social media too much. You know what's looking great, though? The QQQ extending well, bouncing off support here at 454.60, the exact way you'd want to see it. Continuing to explode today. AAPL, Goog, starting to have some green candles. Goog might be coming back up off this dip. How's Nvidia? Trying. The SPY looks pretty great, too. About to hit new all-time highs, possibly, if we can get a good extension. It's almost there, guys. Almost. Yeah, I actually did see that, Mason. I did see that one. My phone must show me certain things just because I like golf, but... What's a good support on Tessie? Let's go look. TSLA. They've been chopping around a little bit today. Let's see the hourly. Good support in the short term, down around 172. That's pretty big. There's also some around 174, which is like the low of day today. More majorly, I have like 168 to 170, though. That's pretty big. As resistance, you gotta watch 180. 180 is going to be pretty key right there. Grab a drink of water real quick. It's been a minute. Can't feel my mouth. All right. We are back.
All right.
You know, sometimes when you drink water, it, like, doesn't even work. I feel like, you know, you're like, man, I need more than just water or something. I need oil for my mouth.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Oh, well, he said it works every time, 60% of the time, so. That sounds like some good stats. Yeah, Tesla, right around recent support. I would say to be careful with Tesla over the next couple days. It seems pretty weak compared to everything else. I'd be careful with it. I just don't even like the movement either. Like, even for like a downside move, it's just like, why? Nvidia's holding up pretty good. It looks like they're starting to extend back up here in the short term. Might not be a bad play. Watch for a possible breakout of like 950. I could see that. That would be a first. Have you ever tried eating potato chips with chopsticks? Maybe that's what I need to start doing. That'll help me grow some brain cells, I think. That's pretty funny, Mason. The LMPD got Xander too. That's funny. I wonder if that cop's gonna get in trouble for that. It's because the pH level's low. Get some pH drops in your water. Huh. That's interesting. I'll have to try that. Wait, you know? This is Kirkland water, so this is Costco water. It says it actually has minerals in it. It has sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate, calcium citrate, sodium chloride, and magnesium oxide. Well, that's good. That sounds like some good minerals. I'm just kidding. Those sound like chemicals that are gonna kill me. Yeah, there's sodium chloride in this Kirkland water. Calcium citrate as well. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good water. I'm going back to my Nestle water. You know, I noticed with this water as well. Like, if you leave it out for like 2 hours and then you come back to it, it doesn't smell weird. It smells like clean. You know, it smells like a swimming pool almost. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks a lot, Costco. Now your water sucks. Everything at Costco sucks, I found out. Like, a lot of the stuff. Like, a lot of the Kirkland stuff. Only some of it's viable. Yeah, I like the Nestle Whole Life or Pure Life water. But Demir drinks Aquafina. It's salt. I know it's salt, but why can't they just put sodium in it? Like, why does it have to be sodium bicarbonate or whatever? I don't know. Dasani's the worst water. Don't buy it. I'll make sure I don't. I've never liked that kind, actually. Man, the whole market just about made new all-time highs and then turned over. Turned over really hard, right at the high. So watch out for that over the next couple months, over the next couple days, couple hours even as well. Definitely going to keep that all-time high on watch. That would be a big one. Shack 2.0 is the best water. Too bad it's overpriced just like anything else with the restaurant. Shack 2.0? Really? They make Shack... Whoa! I didn't know they had their own water at Shake Shack. That's interesting. Natural spring water. My favorite water is Fiji. I don't know why, but I really like Fiji water. There's really something about this that really, there really is something with this water that makes it better. I don't know what it is. So much better tasting than the other waters I try. And don't worry, guys. You got to have your agua so that you can trade right. You know, it's important to have good hydration while you're trading stocks. You don't want to underhydrate. At Vegas casinos, Fiji's free. That's funny. KTOS still getting it? Holy crap. Yes, it is. 1.52%. Looking at the daily, it's looking very good. Be careful with KTOS, though. It is now right on resistance now. Like, literally right there. I'm getting video on the book map. Nothing too crazy underneath on here on book map. Mainly a lot of sellers stacked up overhead. Not too many buyers underneath compared to the sellers, that's for sure. That doesn't necessarily mean Nvidia is going to fall, but it just shows the severity of these highs here coming up. Is this some Suicide Boys playing? Buy a Brita water filter, it works. I definitely need to, Whiskey. And I know that those filters are good. I just don't trust the water where I live. I don't know, I don't trust it. We don't have the best water here. So it worries me. It's not the end of the world, but we only do bottles unless we boil it. Ha, see you later, Demir. Have a good one, man. Have a great rest of the day. Don't forget about Zoom tonight. Zoom better be zooming out here. Let's go check in on NCLH. Very nice. Come on, NCLH. Let's get a true break here going. Carlos said, I traveled to America years ago. Sorry to say, but your tap water tastes disgusting. Yeah, Carlo. I don't know. Where are you from again, Carlo? Which country? I will say, I don't know. A lot of Americans get sick when they drink water from other countries, so I'm not gonna say it's too bad. It just we're not used to it, you know. I always forget where you're from. Singapore, that's right. It's a big spot on Mara, though, at $20. It's a good resistance. All right, NCLH. They're stepping up. I can't believe the Wolves won. I'm pretty upset. I turned that game on right at the end. I didn't even know it was on. And I turned it on and I was like, oh no. I was like, not the Joker. Ah. Ah, the Ant-Man. Gobert was pretty good too. Yeah, Anthony Edwards, man, that guy's awesome. NCLH starting to get higher, getting stuck around 17, but looking for some good breakouts, some good staircases here. Continuations. The overall market's starting to turn back. QQQ is definitely starting to turn back down. Same with SPY. Apple and QQQ, I bet, are also doing that. Whoa. I didn't mean to open that. I clicked the link, it just started popping up. I feel you there, Mason. That guy doesn't even like basketball. He's like the Anthony Rendon of basketball, except he's better. Let's see, Microsoft. Holding up okay. What about Goog? Palantir? DraftKings? You know, we haven't looked at today is Disney. Probably because they're doing nothing, yeah. Still selling down. Create some good opportunities for some shares, hopefully, here. I'm a big buyer anywhere under 100 on Disney. I really do believe in this company over the long term. They had a good run, though, while it lasted. Same with DraftKings. That was a pretty decent run. DraftKings, actually, over the past 2 to 3 trading days, has dipped down pretty good. Might not be a bad dip buying candidate. That is funny, Palmer. He definitely looks like he shouldn't be out there, I guess, and ends up doing really well. Man. Boeing. Still can't believe the breakout it's having. I thought it would stick more down in the range with how bad they've been, but I guess the volatility is just picking up a little. I bet if I go look at it on the chart here, Boeing's implied volatility is pretty high. Well, it's actually not too high. Not relatively. Especially now that it fell back. It was fairly high relatively. But over the past couple weeks as it's came back up, it definitely came back to a better spot. Relative. Like I said, let me pop it out for you. I'll show you. Here it is. The implied volatility is on the bottom there. See it dipping down to like 30%. When it was a little higher, it was up around that 40% mark. Surprised it didn't start jumping more, though, with all that crazy news in the short term that they were having. Honestly. Yeah, that is sad, Whiskey. He's so good. So good out there. Palantir selling down is not what we want to see. It's okay, though. Just looking at the daily, it's definitely not recovering the way people were hoping so far. There's still this support here around $20 to $20.50. It's had a couple bounces here. As long as it holds above that, it should be okay, but I'm getting worried about it. Getting worried. I'm looking at the trend line on the daily chart. And if we were to trust the trend, we'd probably see this thing jump down to like 1920, 1950-ish, something like that. That would be a pretty major support too, so wouldn't be too bad to see a drop down like that. Wow. All right, guys. Well, we're probably going to end the stream here. I know the market got a little bit slow here over the past few minutes, so I figure it's probably the best time if we were going to have a time. Still chopping around with SPY and QQQ, though. Could still make new highs today at some point. Definitely still watching that on the radar, but overall, like Nvidia's price action, not my favorite. Apple had some good movement this morning with Goog, but ever since then, they've just been doing nothing, so really appreciate you all joining up today. I do. Thank you, Mason, Whiskey, Palmer, Called for a Purpose, Carlo, Demure, of course, who left already, Tim, Dang. You know, I need to get some chopsticks for some chips, Dang. I'm with you. Nolan, thank you. Seth, Outlaw. I hope I didn't miss anyone's questions today. If I did, though, I got you in the Discord or tomorrow. 2 James, Saul, DJ. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Sean, of course. Cal, Palmer, all the lurkers out there. You guys are awesome. Seriously, thanks for throwing us on in the background and everything. Makes a really big difference on YouTube here, so really appreciate that. Yeah, like Cal said, shout out to the lurkers. Let's go. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. See ya in the Discord, and make sure to check out tonight's video. Throw out some nice comments there, you know? Be like, hey, shout out from the live stream this morning. Let's go. Something like that. Throw some nice jokes in the comments tonight, too. I want to see some jokes out there. That'll be funny. Give Mike and myself some funny stuff to read tonight. That'll be funny. We'll pick the best one and throw it in the Discord at like 9 p.m. or something. But all right, guys, see you later. Have a good one.